Private Living, Rio, 25 August 2023, 1 o'clock 56 minutes. We'll have the continuity of our conversation because we had a technical problem. And we will upload those issues, kind of having the integration of videos or doing something like this. When I have the lights cut, because we kind of have this not only this time but many others, and of course that we are working with patterns as Audit International, the organization of things to satisfy our needs required since 2014. The stability and security are premises of all things, and it's kind of one of the guidelines of some constitutional preambles. And we work by this because when you do the organization of something with such strong network but illegal, of course that will be linked by the illegal ties. It's criminal organization. And when we request you present your reasons, you will be unable to do. And of course that Brazil is a great country with peers for sure, having so much dignity in all things they do and made, especially at the credit in the way they behave themselves, that has no excuse to continue this. We know exactly what they are, and we requested at the blog GSS Euro 2023 august.blogspot.com to have, the conviction and the case closed. And when you access, you will jump to the Cgqm foundation.blogspot.com, and one of the consequences have them talk publicly in global scale as broadcast their talk about the qualities observed at the court, or to do not have the court mentioning what they are. Because a company do this, when your CEO or a board powerful member do something as organized crime, association in global scale, treasoning the mission and the purpose of your company, this head must be talking public their own resignation. It's about dignity. My communication go like this. It's a process, and I have, for instance, when I turn on my instrument from 0 up to 24 hours at the day, Brazil cut my light at the area, for instance, and would like to replace my communication. But if I'm having no access, Brazil will do this only to be evidenced one more time. Collecting your data. If, for instance, the IBM had the purchase of an asset paying 10 million for this named Kubernetes. The Kubernetes is the idea very similar to VPN for security, and you use this after got your officers infiltrated to understand things for criminal purpose. I think violated the IBM as Century company American business 100% with the statement with the obligation as obey the American Constitution. You bring the instability for the company. You will be charged by the company. If you are a public authority in Brazil, the regression will be until your treasury, that you will cover all losses of this company, and also all others, since all others companies show the same interest as put the offenders out, including the investor, with strong network corrupting those business, at this case American and European business. Right? Third patent we have. We will finish here because Brazil is desperate and will be annoying all the time. All this architecture, as you can observe, the mobilization inside your institution, the trades and self-dealing made, and the ways to collect data and blackmail or do the harassment, especially stalking, inducing, stalking, harassing, and trying to murder by the use of state power, broke into your house, changing your pills, or having the suppression after abusive procedure of guarantees, doing tests of humans, annihilation, issues or international criminal court. I will be here on my place. I will have the corporations, I will have the public departments. They all with strong network and to hurt my rights and guarantees. In Brazil and the OED, of course, that I lost the integrity and I complained in the way I did, hurt the interest on it that has the legitimacy to make strong the request made and encourage the consequence we ask. We will use now the driver A, the driver B to troubleshoot this. And the idea is quite simple as nemesis. The driver A, the driver A with a range of possibilities, the driver B, the same thing, and we'll have the reading as cognitive by procedures 1 up to n as possibility, B up to n as possibility. This will give me the driver A, the driver B, with the procedure I have, with the procedure I have. Can you get how the diplomatic procedure is working? Brazil down here did nothing accomplished by law. It's a criminal architecture with peers on it, by institutional corruption on budget, by the relation at G20, by the misuse of or any kind of architecture at the international system as communication, finance, global economy, speech. Brazil violate with peers my rights and guarantees, hurt interests in an area that you has no excuse to do this. Brazil and peers did this during the diplomatic procedure as mobilization to ensure the dismantle order, but them as a dismissal list and have all out of institutions to suffer the consequence without keep the contamination of those institutions by the worthless values. It's all about dignity. The Brazilian peers by just have none, but the institution do not deserve be fused and confused with this by the unveiling theory in the United States, a judicial theory. We used the domain of circumstance German to prove this with finalism corruption, Germany, Hans Wessel equally. We use this econometric model that must be exploratory in the very first moment, as you can observe now at the embassies, to be explanatory, I would say, have the explanation of things we are presenting, to troubleshoot by drivers, having the process as procedural decision included totally accomplished with all consequence affordable applied. If you keep inside worthless things by goals, you worth nothing. Your business has no value. No one should have interest on it except if sharing the same thing. All expectation and prospection as investment considering this entire thing has something quite clear. Anti-crime, Brazil and beers always out. Transference for Brazil and beer is supporting the criminal activity, including the tax you pay. By equity or audience acting like this must receive and then will receive by me this kind of treatment. I'm the single creditor. You please take a look. GSS Euro 2023 3 august.blogspot.com QRM Foundation.blogspot.com. Right, Brazil? Have a great day. I bet you have another great day and weekend.